Ilvolo has always been about music, passion, and emotions that go beyond borders. From the very beginning, when Ignazio Boschetto, Gianluca Ginobili, and Piero Barone came together as teenagers, fans didn't just connect with their powerful voices, they connected with their humanity, their warmth, their journey of growing up in the spotlight while still remaining grounded. And in September 2024, the Ilvolo family, along with millions of fans around the world, witnessed a chapter in Ignazio's life that was not about music, not about the stage, but about love. Yes, Ignazio Boschetto got married to Michelle Bertolini, and this wedding was not just a private celebration, it was a story of love, resilience, destiny, and the way personal happiness blends with the public eye when you're part of a beloved trio like Ilvolo. Now, think about this for a moment. How many times have we seen Ignazio on stage, making audiences laugh with his quick humor, dazzling them with his soaring notes, and yet behind all of that energy, you could always sense he was someone deeply connected to his family, to his roots, and to love. When the news first broke that he was in a relationship with Venezuelan model and entrepreneur Michelle Bertolini, fans were curious. Who is she? What drew them together? Could this be the one? Slowly, as their relationship unfolded in public glimpses, social media posts, photographs from events, and quiet confirmations, it became clear that this was not just another celebrity fling. This was something real, something deep, and something destined to last. Imagine the moment the announcement came out that Ignazio and Michelle were officially tying the knot. Fans around the world lit up with emotions. You could see the comments flooding in. Ignazio deserves all the happiness in the world. Our boy is growing up. Look how far Ilvolo has come. And of course, messages filled with love for Michelle too, welcoming her into this extended family of millions. September 2024 marked not only a new season for Ilvolo as artists, but also for Ignazio personally, stepping into a chapter that would forever define him beyond the stage lights. Let's pause and imagine the scene of that wedding. A late summer turning to autumn, the air filled with golden light, the kind that feels warm but carries a hint of change, symbolic in so many ways. Michelle walked down the aisle radiating elegance. Fans who managed to catch glimpses of the photos couldn't stop talking about her dress, the way it seemed designed not to overshadow but to embrace the moment. Classic, timeless, and graceful, just like her personality. And there was Ignazio, waiting, his usual playful smile softened into something more emotional, more profound. For someone who has always been so expressive on stage, in this moment his eyes told the story. He wasn't performing, he wasn't singing, he was simply a man in love, about to say yes to forever. Now, as much as this was Ignazio's personal celebration, it also carried the energy of Ilvolo as a whole. Fans wondered, what were Piero and Gianluca's roles? Were they best men? Were they singing at the ceremony? And yes, whispers say that the trio did perform something intimate, perhaps a dedication not for the world, but just for the newlyweds and those present. Can you imagine that? A moment where the voices that have filled arenas and stadiums instead filled a quiet, romantic space, like a gift of friendship and brotherhood. It's poetic, because Ilvolo has always been about harmony, not just musically, but in life. To see Gianluca and Piero standing beside Ignazio on his most important day reinforced the bond between them. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a celebration of unity, love, and family. Now, let's bring you, the audience, into this story. Picture yourself being there, not as a distant fan scrolling through pictures, but as a guest in the crowd. You look around and see the faces, family members with tears of joy, friends who traveled across borders to be there, and the unique mix of Italian and Venezuelan cultures blending seamlessly through music, food, and atmosphere. Maybe you'd hear the laughter, the clinking of glasses, the soft sound of strings in the background before the celebration turns into a joyous party. And in the middle of it all, Ignazio and Michelle, dancing. That first dance, captured in photographs, became a symbol of how two worlds can come together as one. Fans commented endlessly, "Look at the way he looks at her. This is what real love is. Michelle brings out the best in him." It's worth taking a step back to think about how important this moment is not just for Ignazio personally, but for Ilvolo fans collectively. Because when you follow a group like Ilvolo for years, their milestones become yours too. Remember when they were those young teenagers winning over audiences with O Sole Mio? Remember their first big tours, their Sanremo victory, their Eurovision appearance? Fans celebrated those moments like family. And now, celebrating Ignazio's wedding is another milestone in that same journey. It reminds us that these artists we admire are not just voices on a stage, they are people living, loving, building futures. And seeing them happy brings happiness to the people who've supported them through everything. Of course, with every big celebrity wedding comes curiosity. The details fans want to know. Where did it happen exactly? What did the menu look like? Who designed the dress? Did Ignazio sing for Michelle? And though not every detail was made public, the fragments that did emerge painted a picture of elegance and intimacy. Unlike flashy, over-the-top celebrity weddings, this one was described as refined, warm, and genuine, which, if you think about it, matches Ignazio perfectly. He has never been about excess or pretension. His charm is in his authenticity. And Michelle? She brought her own touch of sophistication and calmness, complimenting him in ways fans immediately noticed. Together, they're not just a beautiful couple, they're a balanced one. Let's talk about Michelle for a moment, because her role in this story is just as important. A Venezuelan model, entrepreneur, and beauty queen, she's not someone who just blends into the background. She carries her own achievements, her own spotlight. And yet, when she stands beside Ignazio, the narrative isn't about fame, it's about love. Fans admired her elegance, but more importantly, the way she seemed to fit into the Ilvo family dynamic. The way she connected not only with Ignazio, but also with the wider circle that surrounds him. And, you know what's interesting? Love stories like this, between people from different countries, different industries, remind us how universal love truly is. Borders, careers, public lives, they don't matter. What matters is connection. And Ignazio and Michelle have that in abundance. As the wedding moved into the celebration, the mood shifted from solemn to joyous. Imagine the energy when music filled the air, when dancing began, when speeches were made. You can almost hear the laughter as friends shared stories of Ignazio, his quirks, his humor, his big heart. Maybe there were tears too, as parents blessed the couple, as family looked on with pride. For Ilvo fans, hearing about this felt like an extension of everything they already know about him. Because Ignazio is not just the guy with the big voice, he's the guy with an even bigger soul. And seeing him so happy, so grounded, made fans feel proud. Proud of him, proud to have followed his journey, proud to support him in this new chapter. Now, let's interact. If you, watching this, were there at the wedding, what moment would you want to witness most? The vows? The first kiss? The moment Ilvo sang together? Or maybe that private moment when Ignazio looked at Michelle with eyes full of love, telling a story that words couldn't capture? Take a second and think about it, because that's what makes stories like this powerful. They invite us in, make us feel like participants in something bigger than ourselves. And after the wedding, life continues. Fans began speculating about what's next. Would Ignazio and Michelle settle in Italy? Would they build a home in Venezuela? Or perhaps a mix of both, living internationally as so many modern couples do? Would this new chapter inspire Ilvo's future music? Maybe songs about love and commitment with even deeper meaning now that one of them is married? These questions are natural, because fans don't just watch, they dream along. And while Ignazio and Michelle surely will keep parts of their life private, one thing is clear, this union will only add to the richness of the Ilvo story. Remember too, Ilvo has always carried themselves with dignity and respect. Unlike many celebrities whose personal lives are filled with scandals or controversies, these three young men have built careers on talent, family values, and humility. And so, when Ignazio's wedding became public, it wasn't gossip. It was celebration. It wasn't about tabloid drama. It was about joy. And that's rare in the entertainment world. That's why fans hold them so close to their hearts, because they reflect not just artistry, but humanity. So here we are, reflecting on September 2024, a month that will forever be remembered by Ilvo fans as the moment one of their own said yes to love in the most profound way. It's romantic, it's emotional, it's inspiring. Because love stories like this remind us that even when the lights go off and the concerts end, life continues, and happiness is found in the people we choose to share it with. For Ignazio Boschetto, that person is Michelle Bertolini. And for fans around the world, watching this chapter unfold has been nothing short of magical. And now, let me ask you, when you think of Ignazio and Michelle's wedding, what do you feel? Does it make you smile? Does it make you believe in love a little more? Because at the end of the day, that's what stories like this do. They remind us of the beauty of human connection. And in a world that often feels chaotic, that reminder is worth holding on to. So let's raise a virtual glass to Ignazio and Michelle, to Ilvo, and to the power of love stories that connect us all. Their wedding was not just a union of two people, it was a celebration that echoed across the world, touching hearts, inspiring dreams, and proving once again that love, in its purest form, is the greatest harmony of all.